Hello, everybody. I am Trader Joe. I'm a day trader and short-term swing trader. I trade stocks and options, and I'm also a funded futures trader through Apex Trader Funding. On this video series, I'm going to be trading live, showing you how I scalp using pure price action. I'm going to be trading NASDAQ futures, but the strategy I'm using can be used with any instrument across any time frame because it is based purely on price action. So let's get into it. First step always is to analyze the structure of the market because that's going to guide how we're trading because I trade with the trend. If we are in a bullish uptrend, I'm going long. If we're in a bearish downtrend, I'm going short. I'm not trying to pick tops or bottoms or go counter trend. The trend is your friend, as they say. I'm sure you've heard that, and it's very true. So analyzing the structure of the market, this section right here, we don't have a trend, right? Prices are going up and down, so that's a range structure. So in a range structure, we're looking to buy the low of the range, sell the high of the range, not just randomly, right? We're not just, oh, it touched the bottom of the range, we're gonna go long. No, I mean, we're looking for confirmation, and really that's the strategy I'm trading, is second entries. So if it touches the bottom of the range, right here, well, we can't really use that because that's the first time it really confirmed this range, right? Here's the first touch. We didn't really get this confirmation of this range until right here, so can't really trade that. Maybe could have traded up here, gone short, but again, that was like the first confirmation of that range, so best just to skip all that, wait to see how things develop. So right here, we did get a breakout from the range, and the majority of breakouts fail in a range structure. And you can see it did fail, went back up into the range, and most of the time it will, work its way all the way back to the top. However, right here, we came back into the range and then started heading down. So then we can safely assume that the range structure is no longer valid and we have begun a bearish downtrend. So we got this channel, working like so. And so now we are only looking to go short, right? But we're not just going to go short randomly. The setup that we are trading is a second entry, like I mentioned. So a second entry at a key entry point. So here's the pattern, right? The prices are going down. We're going to wait for a pullback. And then here's the first entry. It's going down again. Not going to take it. Often can work, but it's not high probability. We want to wait, be patient, wait till we get another pullback and then a second entry short. And that is a much higher probability of a setup. So that's what we're looking to trade, and we want to do that right at the key entry point, which here is this the top of this channel. So waiting for prices to get to the top of the channel and then present one of those second entries short. That's the setup we're looking for. So looking here, we do have this touchdown here, made a new low. There's our first entry, so we couldn't take that. And down here, it didn't quite get back to the trend line, so don't like that particularly. But we do have a pullback. There's our first entry short. It pulled back again, and we did have a second entry short there that would have worked. However, I didn't take that because you can see this gap here. Yeah, I didn't make it all the way back to the trend line. So we want to make sure that prices make it back to that key entry point, either trend line or the exponential moving average that I got going here. That's my only indicator, although it's not really an indicator, just kind of helps us define the structure. So anyway, we are looking for prices to get back to this trend line and give us a second entry short. And it looks like we might have a while because prices are just now getting to the bottom. So we're going to be patient, wait for our setup, wait for prices to work their way back up here, give us a second entry short, and that will be a high probability setup. So anyway, we're going to sit around and see how things develop. And yeah, hopefully we'll get a trade soon. All right, and we're back. So we had a break of that down channel that I was talking about earlier. And now, sorry, not a break, but an overshoot. So when you have an overshoot, you can expect prices to reverse, which they are. So we had a break of that channel. Now prices are reversing, and I'm seeing a setup right here. So I'm actually going to get my order ready. Because we have the possibility of a second entry long right here. So I'm going to get, no, it doesn't look like that played out right. So, all right, so let me explain. We had an overshoot of the bear trend, or that bear channel, sorry. So we can expect prices to either correct or reverse. That's what they're doing. So we got this bullish trend working upwards. So we're looking for second entry longs. You had, a high right here. We pulled back. This is our first entry. And we pulled back again. And this would have been our second entry, which is the setup we're looking for. However, this signal bar that we would have had to go long above is bearish. So we're not going to take a long entry above a bearish bar. So I had to skip out on that. However, now that I'm looking at this, looks like we have another trend setting up. Another setup. So I'm going to actually take this long right here. I'll explain in a minute, but basically, we're looking for second entries, right? With the trend. But another variation of the strategy is to trap traders that are doing second entries against the trend. So I'm going to actually go right there and chase this a little bit. Okay, I'm going to sneak my order back. Sneak my order back here, try to get a better fill. I like that right there. I think I can get a little bit more. Perfect. Okay, we are long. I'm going to put my stop one tick below our signal bar. We'll see how this plays out. So yeah, like I was saying, we are another variation is to look for second entries that go against the trend, and then look to trap traders who are trying to counter trend. So what we got going here, we had a big pullback. If you're looking from the short side, this is our first entry short, and we had another pullback and a second entry short, and then that got engulfed with this big bullish engulfing bar. So that's actually a signal that we trapped a bunch of those shorts who were trying to counter trend, and then we're going long above that. So the second entry long didn't look great, but this is a failed second entry short, which we're taking long here, and it looks like we are going to hopefully scalp out here, looking for 12 points. Oh, it's bouncing off. Come on, Phil. There we go. Okay, perfect. Well, we got 12 points. We are 1-0 on the day for a nice $480. And I'm trading 2 contracts of NASDAQ. I'm sure you guys noticed that, but anyway, that was a pretty solid setup. Trap some of the short traders who are trying to go against the trend. And now we'll see what develops. We're gonna keep trading long as this channel holds. Till a different trend is identified. So we'll wait for prices to get back to that trend line, hopefully, and then we'll look to go long again. Looks like we got another setup going. So I'm gonna get my order ready, and here in a minute I'll draw it out for you and explain my thought process, but don't want to miss this. So I'm gonna get my order ready. I'm gonna go short here. We got a breakout of the range, like I mentioned earlier. Most breakouts fail, and this is a good context to go short here. I'm gonna adjust my entry right there. Oh, sorry, I don't think you can see that. Okay, so I'm going short right below that bearish bar. We're filled. Okay, I'm gonna put my stop one tick above the signal bar, and look at that. We're just going right down. All those folks who wanted to get long there on that breakout are now exiting their positions, and here we go. And we're filled. Cool. So we are now 2-0 on the day. 2-0. Beautiful. For 960 bucks. That is a solid morning so far. So basically, here's what I was seeing, guys. We had this bullish uptrend working, and we had a break of it right here. When we get a break of a trend, we can expect a new extreme to be formed, which it did. And I was looking for second entries, longs right there, but however, this was our signal bar, this kind of bearish doji, right? We had a pullback, first entry, pull back, and the second entry would have been right there above that doji. So not a good signal bar. Chose to skip it. We got a new extreme, and then prices just started chopping around here in this range. So the bullish uptrend had played out for the moment, and we were chopping around in this range. So when we had a breakout of that range, we can safely assume that that breakout will fail, at least temporarily, right? We could get, established support here at the top of this range and then, head on up. But at least for the moment, that was the most likely scenario, was at least a test of the top of the range. So we had a nice, bearish bar here that we could go short under, and worked out for another trade. So we'll see what happens. We could, again, establish support here and keep on going up, and then we'll look for some longs. This also could be, a kind of a reversal pattern here, or thirdly, just kind of chop back up in this range, which I hope not. I'd rather have a trend than, just chop around in a range, but we'll see how things play out. All right, and we're back. We did have a move back into the range right here, and then we actually broke below the range. So most breakouts of the range fail. However, this is a strong move down, so I'm not trying to pick a bottom on that, although we do have, a nice bullish bar that would have ended up working. But yeah, with that kind of momentum, and you already had a false breakout to the upside, not taking that. Aside from that, looks like nothing else is really setting up at the moment. Do you have, this a possible wider downtrend if the momentum starts to get going, but that's going to take a while to set up, and I actually have to get going and get to work. So I'm going to call it. We got 2-0 on the day for 960 bucks. We'll take it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned a bit. I'm going to continue to post these live trading videos, and yeah, they're not all going to be winners. That's the reality of trading. So I hope you guys learn from my successes and my failures along the way. And yeah, anyway, until next time, Trader Joe out.